Hey, are you sitting on railroad tracks? Let's talk about that. Welcome to Wolf's Watch. I'm Wolf. We are at Rocky Peak State Park here in Southern California in Santa Monica Mountains near Chatsworth. There's Ruby in the background. Wanted to stop and walk and chat with you for a second and ask you. I was sitting at an intersection earlier and a car in front of me goes across railroad tracks, stops. I came up behind it and stopped short of the railroad tracks because it didn't look like there was enough room for me to be able to ease up behind the car in front of me and stop without being on the railroad tracks. Car behind me, not happy with that decision. And I'll just write that off to they weren't able to see what I could see from my perspective. And often you see cars do that. They'll pull up and they're sitting a little bit hanging over the railroad tracks, which could, if you watch the internet, sometimes that doesn't end very well for them. And it's a matter of perspective. And I just wanted to ask, are you sometimes sitting with your butt hanging over the railroad tracks, unaware that a train, that you're in that position and exposing yourself to a possibility of a train coming by and guessing what? Ripping it off. And that happens with our businesses too, right? Where are you with your business? Are you in a position in your business where you've got some of your business sitting on the railroad tracks at a stoplight because you're stalled with something or you've delayed a project, delayed, let's keep talking about artificial intelligence, delayed, really gets me choked up talking about it. Exploring how to apply that in your business because it looks complicated, because it is complicated and there's a lot of options. You're going, well, you're not sure where to begin. Do you have that or other things in your business delaying hiring someone? That leaves your business in a position where you're kind of parked on the train tracks, or at least part of your business is stuck on the train tracks that really puts you at risk, puts your business at risk, people in your business at risk. And be aware of that. What's the perspective? Do you are you someplace where you can take a step because you can see that the space ahead is open and that you can get across the tracks safely? Or are you in a position where you can see that it's not possible to safely cross the tracks and then stop again, but those around you that are pressuring you to move forward, or those behind you that can't see the same perspective, those on your team that don't have the same perspective, the same view, don't understand that and are pressuring you, or business partners that are pressuring you to take a step that really, really would leave you and part of your business sitting on the railroad tracks exposed to a high speed train coming through. It's something to think about. Perspective is everything, and you need to stand strong when you see that it's not safe to take a step. You need to have the perspective to be able to discern when it is safe and when it's not, and avoid being overly cautious too. You don't want to be holding up traffic when you didn't have to because it really was safe to take that step forward. So just a thought. It's a beautiful day here. Right back here on the other side of this freeway, that's a 118 freeway behind us. You might be able to hear some of the noise, but in these hills back here is Chatsworth Movie Ranch, which just a little bit of trivia note in case somebody wakes you up in the middle of the night and asks you that many television shows have been filmed at down here in Santa Monica Mountains. You may recognize some. Star Trek, the original Star Trek in the 1960s. Some of the episodes were filmed out here. Many, many other shows. One I've always been a fan of. So yes, I'm a Trekkie. And you see the look of the rocks here, the color. It's just amazing. Blue sky, green trees, typical California scrub, and nice day, nice temperate. It's in the 70s. And I just met with a friend, and we had some amazing, deep spiritual conversation about life in where we're at and how we're moving forward. And was sitting at an intersection, watching a train, and thinking about that as somebody was waving. They thought I was number one because I didn't move onto the train tracks when it clearly didn't have enough space to get completely over, which would leave me and my car sitting on the tracks waiting for a signal light to turn green. Didn't seem like a good spot because that railroad track happens to be high traffic, high speed for a commuter passenger railroad that comes through there at anywhere from 30 to 70 miles an hour. So didn't want to be sitting on the tracks. Didn't acquiesce to the pressure to move onto the tracks. Then when I discerned that it was safe to move forward because the light turned green, stepped on the gas and we rock and roll. So be sure you're discerning when to stay off the tracks when to do that and when to move on. And thanks for being part of Wolf's Watch. I'm Wolf. This is Wolf's Watch, out hiking in Southern California. Looking forward to seeing you on the trail.